worth more than silver and the gold. A disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that in. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. Our survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with a crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candle like the move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision king. Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. A disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that in. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. Our survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with a crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls collapse through consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walk when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create kings sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. David burst the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence,
Trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Market levels and the chains that kept us acting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a builder while they left that in. Preparation look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your own trading results. The information.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Monday, July 13th. And welcome to the most value packed live trading show where we live trade, break down charts, get behind packed events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled week. Unlike last week, guys, there's no shortage of catalysts this week. We have CPI, we have PPI, we're kicking off earnings season. We have the Fed chair testifying later this week. So we have a jam-packed week. And, of course, the situation in the Middle East, still out of uncertainty as it pertains to the Strait of Hormuz. So, again, coming to the day, guys, look to follow your plan. Look to trade your trades. Look to implement all the improvements you want to make over the weekend as soon as that bell rings. Don't let the opening bell be amnesia and you forget. And look to take advantage of the best opportunities. If you're looking to join us with delay for ad-free stream, it's pinned up top. Again, good morning, guys. Folks on YouTube, good morning. Let's get to 100 likes before 10:30, and we will do a giveaway. So let the market open up here in a couple of seconds. We're looking to gap down to open things up. Semiconductor sell-off continues to persist. We're seeing some strength in XLE energy names. Let's see what takes place here. Let's see where we open up. As soon as we open up, that opening print is, that cash open is that weekly open as well. Okay, so good morning, guys. Good morning. Let me know if the audio is good. Thumbs up in the chat if the audio is good. Thumbs up in the chat if the audio is good. Okay, we got the we got the gamma levels, call wall 74, put wall 73. Thank you, Jake. Look at Tesla. Tesla falling off a cliff. All-time high on Apple. Look at Apple, guys. All-time high on Apple. Apple all-time high. As you're coming in on YouTube, smash the like button. Qs continue to sell off. Now the question becomes, we discussed this, team. If it's going to be synchronized selling, the Qs need to continue to push lower and the Dow needs to join. If the Dow pushes up, the Qs push lower, SPY's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. All right? Major support being tested as well. Multi-day support being tested here on the hourly, so keep a close eye on that. Apple, nice push on Apple to all-time highs. Palantir, nice bounce on Palantir to the upside. Tesla falling off a cliff, still within that pre-market low, pre-market high. SPY deciding to push the upside. So Dow's looking like it wants to drag things higher. We got that. We're gapping down actually. So we got that BOG right here. Jaws the gap. TOG. And just like that, we're basically in the heart of July, right? So the months start to go by fast. The months start to go by fast. I believe we're technically halfway through the year, if not past the halfway point. Okay, just like that, guys. Just like that. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, we're going to jaws that gap. Let's put the... Okay. Apple pushing to the upside. Amazon pushing to the upside. Nvidia pushing to the upside. Out of the bunch, Nvidia looks like the strongest name here. SPY holding above that PMH. The G50's right there. Apple leading the way. We're seeing a nice little slide on VIX. Palantir continues to push. Google slide to the downside. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. On YouTube, good morning. On Discord, if you're just jumping in. Google Meets, good morning as well. Good morning. We'll get to the YouTube chat here shortly. So all the audio issues should be resolved. All right, all the audio issues should be resolved. And poll question for today, daily sentiment check. Are you bullish, bearish, neutral? God bless you, Jordan, your family, health, economy, and followers. In the name of Jesus Christ, may you receive 200 likes today. And everyday brother, thank you so much. God bless you too, Fishman. Always speaking life into the chat. Thank you, Fishman. As always, Isaiah 6:8. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Who shall I send? Who will go for us?" And I said, "Here I am, send me." Amen. That's a very powerful verse, right? A lot of us ask to be used. All right. That's it. But you know, you can't choose how you're going to be used. Good morning, Vanus. Good morning, BT6305. Good morning, Sid. Thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Good morning, CK. Good morning. All right, so first test is that PMH. So we're still seeing that relative weakness. So 15 minutes still back and forth here. Dow's pushing to the upside. Q's pushing to the downside. Okay, so SPY stuck between a rock and a hard place. Google falling off a cliff. Tesla falling off a cliff. Tesla looks like it wants to get to that 398.07. We're seeing Nvidia have some nice strength there. So Nvidia, we discussed this in the pre-market. Out of the bunch, Nvidia looks like it has the cleanest chart. Out of the bunch, it looks like Nvidia has the cleanest chart. What I mean by the bunch, I'm talking about the semis. Let me take a look here. AMD falling off a cliff. We're seeing SK Hynix pushing to the upside. MRVL falling off a cliff. ARM falling off a cliff. Broadcom looking to bounce off those lows. MU falling off a cliff. TSM, nice strength there. XLE continues to accelerate. Okay, XLE continues to accelerate. I actually added a couple of more monitors to my setup. Right, why not? If I'm going to replace the monitors, might as well add more. Okay, might as well add more. So I'm currently at 5. Just to get a broader look at everything else. All right, so we can give you that coverage. We can give you that coverage. SPCX all-time lows. Yeah, SPCX, SpaceX, 75, 80. I'll be interested. All right, no interest at 150. All right, when everyone loses hope, and I want to see how the first quarterly report looks. Okay, what do the earnings look like? Does it even have earnings? All right, what is the plan moving forward? Okay, so SPY continues to hold above that PMH. A nice little test of that PMH and BOG, even this nice little bounce. That's available for a scalp into the highs of the day, or that G50. Nvidia, early candidate at the upside. Nvidia, okay, Nvidia. Keep in mind for those contracts, those are zeros for today, guys. They're zeros for today. All right. So if you want to go 1 DTE, you got to go to the next day. Nvidia pushing to the upside nicely. Tesla falling off a cliff. Tesla, there's some follow through behind it. I like Tesla to the downside. Tesla. 390s are small account friendly. You can go 395s as well. 390 250s as well. Nice little happy medium between those two areas. Let me clear the watch list real quick. So we're seeing the Qs continue to fall off a cliff. We're seeing the Dow push the upside. So let me know in the chat, strikers, is this synchronized selling? Okay, during the first 6 minutes of the day, or is this synchronized selling, synchronized buying, or rock in a hard place for SPY? Okay. So these are the things you want to be able to identify immediately. Okay. What I mean by immediately is be able to come to that conclusion with the data that's available. So the data available currently is 6 1-minute candles. Not even a 15-minute close yet. All right, 6 1-minute candles. That's all the data we have. So you want to be able to make that read, right? As you get more data, as you get more information, and continue to, if it continues to validate that thesis or invalidate the thesis, then you start to build your idea based on that. All right. So Tesla, just a nasty drop on Tesla. Okay, so Tesla to the downside does look appealing. I'm looking at the 390s. We got Apple pushing the upside. Amazon looks appealing to the upside. Apple all-time high, so be mindful of the IV there. Amazon 250s. Nvidia, per usual. Nvidia loves to trap above that PMH. Nvidia loves, if you're a scalper, you're taking it above PMH, you can make it work. But if you're holding on, once it breaks PMH and you start to see some appreciation, there's a good chance it can just wick back under it. So Amazon, calls on Amazon on watch, puts on Tesla on watch as well. Nice all-time high push on Apple as it makes a nice push into all-time highs. Meta can also be a potential candidate. Apple 325s. Interestingly enough, the IV is relatively normal. IV is relatively normal. Tesla, aggressive drop on Tesla, guys. No respect for that 400 at all. All right, buyers are not even interested in 400. Look at the Qs. Qs are falling off a cliff, guys. Qs are below PML, so as long as they stay below 716, psych level, they do have room to continue to drop. I want to see if we get that 15-minute hold below that 716. So we're going to come back on the Qs and retest that 716. I want to see if there's some follow through. And if you take a look at ARM, look at ARM, okay? ARM falling off a cliff. MRVL falling off a cliff. What else? AMD falling off a cliff. Okay. What else? MU falling off a cliff. XLE. Energy. Okay, pushing. XLV pushing as well. So we're seeing some activity in some of those names. Apple, look at Apple, guys. Apple just continues to march forward. Looks like they want to, if the Qs can respond off that PML, grab that PML, okay, there's demand off that PML. Legitimate demand rather than a retrace reject. There might be some legitimacy behind this push. Okay. That small cap, I should say. The Dow continues to push above PMH, guys. Dow continues to push. Dow continues to push your team. $70% on Tesla. Beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. Apple calls, good, good, good. Good, good, good. Apple's out of here 100%. Meta also, Meta and Amazon do look appealing. Meta in the 670s. Meta does have a nice little structural break brewing on the hourly. If you take a look at Meta on the hourly chart intraday with extended trading hours on, Let me know what you see. Let me know what you see on Meta. Meta, these are the contracts that expired today. Okay, IV's a little jacked up there on Meta. Look at the Qs, guys. Qs continue to drop. So what took place in pre-market is continued to take place now. Okay, what took place in pre-market is continue to take place now. SMH continues to get clobbered. Okay, XLE continues to be the standout. Beautiful job, Elion. 70% on Tesla. Good. You have room into that. Quarterly 50% retrace. 395. 395.33. Just like that, guys. Look at that. Meta continues to show strength. Look at SPY. What's Dragon SPY? What's Dragon SPY is the Qs. So as soon as the Dow starts to fade, SPY can really start to break. As long as the Qs has to have that continued weakness to the downside. Small caps, keep a close eye on small caps as well as they approach that PML. QQQ, if we have some follow through, QQQ puts do look appealing. 712s. Between 712, 714s. Those are all. They do all look appealing. Tesla to downside. Tesla's testing that quarterly. 50% retrace. Meta. It's too spready for me on Meta. IV's a little bit jacked up. Amazon. Okay, so Amazon. Keep these on watch, guys. Amazon, Tesla, Meta. Be mindful of the IV on Meta, QQQ, and IWM. Keep a close eye on all those names in the next few minutes here. So between 9:45 and 10 o'clock, those are the names that could possibly present an opportunity. Okay, as you're coming in on YouTube, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We have 140 people joining us this morning. If you're a first-time viewer, let us know where you're joining from. Okay, let us know where you're joining from. Long-time viewers, take the next steps. Jump in the community, but make sure to like. If you're a long-time, first-time, okay, what you guys have in common is to hit the like button. Daily open test. Daily open test on SPY. Bruno, look at Tesla. Beautiful trade, Devil Dog. 85%. You probably can get, if you can get a hold below that quarterly 50% retrace, okay, it's really testing that 395 territory, 395 cycle level as well. If you get that break below 395 cycle level decisively, okay, this thing can really start to push. This thing can really start to push. And Tesla has room to 390.50 if it fails to hold that territory. Okay. Tesla has room to 390.50 if it fails to hold that territory, 395 cycle level. The only thing holding us up, the only thing propping us up at the current moment, guys, is the Dow. That's the only thing bailing us out right now. Okay, the only thing bailing us out. Amazon looks strong. Meta looks strong. Google looks strong. Tesla looks weak. Okay, Apple looks like it wants to get a nice little flag break to the upside. Qs look weak. Small caps have some weakness. Dow continues to pump. Okay, so as long as the Dow is pumping and Qs are dumping, SPY's gonna be in a tough spot. SPY's gonna be in a tough spot. Okay. So if one is below that 395, you can take profits there, but you want to see if you can hold below it, because you can try. The buyers can try to pick it back up off that level. All right, if you can get a decisive close below 395, continue to accelerate to the downside, then that thing has some room to continue to drop. But I wouldn't be surprised if I at least get a dead cat bounce in that 395 territory. All right, at least bail out some of those bulls. Nvidia's starting to look good to the downside now. Nvidia's starting to look good to the downside. If you look at those charts, if you take a look at AMD, ARM, Marvel, MRVL, all those names, guys, look at them on the 15-minute time frame. Look at those candles. Especially AMD, Intel. SK Hynix is actually the only one pushing the upside. Shockwave time is here. Shockwave time is here. Amazon potential candidate. QQQ. There's continued weekly on QQQ. I'll be there for QQQ into that weekly 50% retrace. I want to see some follow through behind that trigger. If you're looking for SPY, that weakness in QQQ would be great, and get some weakness on the Dow. Okay, see if the Qs can hold below that level. There goes Google. Google for the retest. See if they can get a retest on Google. QQQ, so you get that break on the Qs. Okay, SPY getting that break. See if there's some follow through behind that move. SPY, okay, if you're in a Ripple camp. It's going to be predicated on what the Qs do here, guys. If the Qs have some follow through, that gives SPY a chance. Okay, I'm going to take the QQQ puts right here. Okay, conservative is my risk. First shot of the week. Okay. Early entry. No close above that conservative territory. Right here on the Qs. Okay, see if that continued pressure to the downside. If I get that alert on the Q, they'll get stopped out. If I get that alert on the Q, they'll get stopped out. No close above that level on the Qs. SPY bouncing off those lows. Qs looks like they're getting bought up off those lows. Let's see. Get that pushback. Show me the Qs. I didn't get the best fill. My fill was like all the way down here. Alright, so if I get a close above this territory here, I'll get stopped out. Okay, close above it, I'll get stopped out. So you get one more push lower. Okay. See if we get that continued push lower. So no close above here. No close. About a 20% risk, 20-25% buffer. All right, didn't get the best entry. Okay, so you get that rejection on the Qs. Go, go, go. If it gets back to the floor being the lowest of the day, we'll be back in business. A little front running on my end. Okay, let's see if that continued follow through to the downside. Okay. Okay, let's see if we get that follow through to the downside. Down about 15 here. SPY continues to just chop around. All right, still hugging that territory there. Let's see what the Q's got. QQQ. Lows of the day will be back in business. Crack above that territory, we'll be out of business. All right, so what I'm want to see here is SPY start to fade. That would be great. We did see what else? Okay, Apple is starting to go. Apple is starting to go. Apple is starting to go. So if you have an entry off this resistance territory, you're in good shape. Okay, so I need some follow through. Okay, and I need some follow through here. Break below this territory there. We'll be good to go. Lows of the day will probably be break even. Lows of the day will probably be break even. Get buyers trying to come in here. All right, so I want this to be a wall. All right, I want that to be a wall. If that gets broken decisively, okay, I don't want to be wrong for long, because that might be a reclaim brewing. It might be a reclaim brewing. Okay, a lot of back and forth here. A lot of back and forth. Okay, perfect world breakdown. Okay. 15 is still inside. 15 is actually directional, so if the 15 can get some enforcement, that would be good. I look like I want to go inverse head and shoulder out of there. So at this point, it's a matter of letting it play out. Okay, so I know what my risk is. I don't want to see a break, decisive break above that level. Currently sitting in drawdown about 15-20%. What do I want to see? I want to see put some pressure on this trend line support. Okay, put some pressure on here. Okay, and then try to get to these lows down there on the Qs. Get some follow through behind that. Candle under candle would be great. Okay. All right. Lows of the day 7-13-63. If you did take this, manage accordingly. Up 7, up 8. I want to see if you can stay below the lows of the day. See if you get some follow through. TP if you need to. Up 12. $13. Stay below those lows. Okay, there we go, Qs. Up 18. I'm looking to close a full position. No runners for me today. Okay. I'm looking to close all out there. About 13%. Okay, so no runners. One shot, one kill. 13%. Right. Didn't get the best entry, to be honest. Okay, my entry was there. Sat a little back and forth. Okay. If you're in the retest camp, retest off that level. All right, so first trade Qs worked nicely. Palantir, I'm going to shift my focus to Palantir. Palantir does have some higher time frame alignment. Tesla starting to break down. Nvidia starting to break down beautifully. All right, so if you're managing the Qs, manage accordingly. If you're in SPY, same thing, guys. Okay. SPY is going to be choppy. If the Qs continue to drop, but the Dow continues to push, SPY is going to be choppy. What I mean by that is it's based treat like a scalp. Okay, you got to treat it like a scalp. Tesla, if Tesla can come back into play, I'll be there for Tesla. Because Tesla does have a tremendous weakness. But be mindful that 395 territory. Okay, a lot of strength there. So let's see if Tesla can push. One more time to the downside. Tesla, I'm looking at the 390s. Okay, Qs. Thank you very much, Qs. So first trade of the week, Qs working in our favor nicely. How we doing, guys? Nvidia working out to the downside nicely. Nvidia falling off a cliff. See if I can get a piece of Tesla here. Tesla stay below 395. All right, you see how SPY it breaks down but has no follow through because the Qs are dropping, okay, and the Dow's pushing. So it's very hard for SPY to have any follow through. All right. Tesla, give me that retest. It's meant to be. I want to be cautious that 395 on Tesla. See if Tesla can get that push. Nvidia falling off a cliff nicely. Okay, Tesla. And now Tesla fall back below that level. Fall back below that level, reject up that 395. To get the best fill on Tesla. Okay, I'm in Tesla here. Tesla puts, that was a nasty wick on Tesla. I'm on the puts here on Tesla. Tesla very erratic. Very erratic here. See if Tesla can start to drop. Okay, Tesla up 10. I'm going to take a majority off right there on Tesla. Keep runners. Very erratic on Tesla here. All right. So take a majority off at 10% on Tesla. We'll hold runners. Tesla, what I want to see Tesla is, guys, stay below with these runners, stay below 395. Okay, after securing some profit, stay below 395. Okay, if we can do that, that would be great. If we can do that, I can ride this all the way to that weekly downside breaker, okay, on Tesla. I'll use that 15. If it gets back above 395, then I'll be out of there. Okay, no close above that 395 on Tesla. SPY is starting to go here. See if SPY has some follow through behind it. All right, looks like the Dow's trying to drag SPY higher. Tesla's testing that 395. I want to see a rejection off that. Okay, Tesla stopped out on the runners. Okay, so Tesla took Tesla to the downside. Okay. Basically took advantage of this. All right. Gave runners very, very tight room, 395, and now starting to push the upside. So Tesla, quick scalp. Q's, quick scalp. If you can fall back under it and SPY can reject, Tesla double dip can possibly present an opportunity. It's just very erratic action. Palantir also starting to go. All right, that wick on Tesla tells us that there's buyers down there. All right, but is there enough? All right, so that 395 will be the sign. Okay, and SPY's trying to push the upside. Looks like the Dow wants to drag SPY higher. Okay, Tesla reclaimed 395. All right, now we're starting to see some buyers that merge on Tesla. Okay, SPY. Look at this, guys. Just back and forth on SPY. Okay, very, very choppy here on SPY to kick things off. How are we doing on YouTube, guys? How are we doing on YouTube? How are we doing on Discord? How are we doing on Google Meets? All right, so 2 trades. One shot. No runners on QQQ. And then I tried to utilize runners on Tesla. And then stopped out on the runners. Both provided quick opportunities. All out, 15%, beautiful job. 40% on Tesla puts, beautiful job, guys. I'm a little late to the party on Tesla puts to get some follow through, so I want to exercise caution there. Give the runners a little bit of room, but if once that 395 was given up, I want no parts of it. So tremendous, tremendous job, guys. Beautiful job, Monty. Beautiful job, RQ. All right, so stack those wins. Beautiful job, Devil Dog. Stack those wins, guys. They count. All right, so it's the first day of the week. Secure profit. If Amazon can get above that territory, get that breakout, everything starts to push. Amazon could be a candidate. Palantir, if we fail back the downside, Palantir. That PML is down there. Palantir does have a nice activity. So SPY's putting some pressure. SPY's putting some pressure. Okay, nice breakout on SPY. Nice breakout on SPY. Look at the Qs now. Qs are getting lifted. Small caps, keep a close eye on small caps. 296s. Calls. Okay, if we start to go. So the Dow is basically lifting everything up. XLE. XLE is lifting everything up. Okay. Now, good cut on Tesla. So I know I'm late to the party on Tesla. All right, gotta take it for what it gives. If Tesla can fall back under this level and SPY can start to fade back to the downside. All right, Tesla has room to the lows of the day. Okay, with a majority. I keep a close eye on Amazon. Amazon's on the verge of a break. Amazon during this stretch, keep a close eye on Amazon. Ticker symbol AMZN, intraday perspective. See if there's some fuel behind Amazon. If Amazon can break, it has room to that 251. First needs to address that 250 cycle level. Okay, SPY. All right, so initially, if the Qs cannot get themselves together, if they reject out that VWAP, I can be mindful of that double top. If the Qs can reclaim VWAP, and the Dow continues to push, there might be a nice little break here on SPY. We're testing that G50. So we're basically in the heart of the gap down. We're in the heart of the gap down. We reclaim that daily open. We continue to push. Qs are looking like they want to reclaim VWAP. Small caps still indecisive. Dow's pulling back slightly. All right, so chop is to be forecasted. Chop is to be forecasted, especially when those indexes are not in alignment. When they're not in alignment, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. Okay, it's going to be tricky. Tesla. It's meant to be. See if I can double dip on Tesla. Same thing. I want to see a SPY crack. I want to see SPY crack back below this area here. Again, this is a momentum setup on Tesla, so it's very close to the lows of the day. So just trying to see if there's appreciation left on Tesla to reach the lows of the day. Tesla's going to have to get that crack back below that 395 cycle level, will eventually trigger that shock wave. Okay, then I'll consider. Okay, I'll take Tesla right there. See, Tesla can stay below 395. I'm going to Tesla puts. Second double dip. Okay, Tesla's starting to go here. Okay, Tesla, see if I can target the lows of the day. If you did take this, manage accordingly on Tesla. Manage accordingly. Up 8, up 9. 394.10 is the lows of the day. Okay, there goes Tesla 12. 13, I'm going to take a majority off right there. On Tesla, down to runners. I'm going to use that 395 as my stop for the runners. Okay, very close to break even. So another 13% on Tesla. But Tesla just refuses to have any follow through. Just refuses. Okay, I'll close the runners there. Stop down on runners. All right, so Tesla looks like it's just one shot. A lot of buyers below 395. All right, so second attempt on Tesla. Caught it for double digits again, but runners again got stopped out again. So it looks like Tesla's a good one shot, one kill type of setup. Small caps. IWM 294 puts. We start to break here. IW can lead the way. Okay, we need SPY to break down as well. IWM does have room to drop at the 293.64. It's below PML. All right, so Tesla very, very erratic at that 395 territory. Very erratic. George sleeping in late today. And we got some good green candles going up. Tesla is just a slow grind now. Yeah, very, very erratic. It starts to go and it starts to get wicked out real quick. So again, guys, continue to be patient. Small caps, keep a close eye on IWM. I'm already 3 trades in, so let me slow down just a little bit. All right, maybe I'm just excited today. Okay. IWM, give me that retest on IW. Got to take it. If you took IW already, manage accordingly. PLTR also coming into play. PLTR does have some higher time frame alignment possibly working its way into this territory. 124 is critical on PLTR. Small caps, congratulations, IWM. My IWM army, congratulations. If you stayed, pun intended, if you stayed put in Tesla and your risk was conservative, all right, you want to sit through that back and forth. All right, you're about to get compensated. PLTR, see this unfolded buying PLTR. So the latest index to start to break is small caps here, guys. IWM starting to break. IWM starting to break. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, good morning, guys. So we did get above that 5,800 sub mark, guys. That's a huge milestone for the channel. So I do appreciate you guys subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. If you're just jumping, we took 3 trades already. Puts on the Qs, puts on Tesla 2 times. All right, so take a minute to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. 100 likes, but between now and 10:30, we will do a giveaway. We will do a giveaway. We got 100 likes between now and 10:30. All right. Tesla breaking nicely, but it requires you to be a little patient there. Okay, it's going to test your patience. It's going to test your patience. Small caps. Okay, now look at this, guys. The Dow's starting to sell off, so we're getting some synchronized selling. We're starting to synchronize. Okay, see if small caps can come into play. Qs also can come into play. Small caps leading the way to the downside. So this go around, guys, you notice how everything is selling off now. Okay, so unless we see the Qs go inverse head and shoulder, okay, we're going to start to see some synchronized selling, and we're putting some pressure on this trend line support on the hourly. Okay, we're getting the ripple right there. We're getting the break. See if we can get a hold. Keep in mind, guys, this is also where we have that daily open key level. If SPY can give me a signal, I'll go with SPY. If the Dow's going to dump, SPY is there. So SPY there, or QQQ for that, not QQQ, or IWM for the retest. SPY breakdown, IWM for the retest. SPY has room. Get that signal into 751.92. Okay. Very, very range bound. Just scalp. That daily open. All right. Very tricky. Not going to go down without a fight. Okay. Small caps, IWM retest in that area. You got that signal. All right. If you jumped in, you're already in the green. See if you can dip into it a little deeper. Meta looks like it wants to start to push the downside. Tesla again. Tesla got at the lows of the day. Appreciate the support as always. Fishman. 2 green trades, SPY calls, and Palantir. Good. If you're green up until now, you guys know the motto. Stay clean. If you're green, stay clean. You don't want to get messy. You don't want to wrestle with the pigs. It's hard to stay clean when you're wrestling with the pigs. All right, meaning you're wrestling with greed. Small caps retest approaching. See if we can get deep into that territory. Okay, if you're in a small cap, my IWM traders, Be mindful of that level. Okay, SPY bouncing off that daily open, so very difficult. You don't want to just go short there. Very difficult. So shockwave, no signals yet on SPY. I'm trying to see if I can get IW small caps really short, so you can see IW. All right, did give you that scalp. See if I can get it into this territory. If I can get it like a little bit higher. Okay, it'll be a little cheaper for me. That'd be great. If it wants to dig a little deeper, that's good. If it just rejects right there, and you have room into the lows of the day. Okay, you also have that PML as another area of line of defense, line of the sand. Okay, that PML prior to that, conservative. Okay. This is small caps, this is IWM. So if you took shockwave IWM, you got a nice little scalp. Okay, nice double digit scalp in a matter of minutes. Okay, now if IW starts to wick here, it does look interesting. Now what's SPY up to? SPY is starting to slide. Okay, I'll take IW right there. Alright, so I'm going to take IWM right there. So IWM would be the... Alright, so I'm taking in the face of strength. My stop is all the way up here, conservative. So I'm going to either get stopped out or give me a push into the lows of the day. So IWM trade is on currently. If you did take this, manage accordingly. Up 11, up 14, 18. Okay, I'm actually going to take a majority off right there, guys, at 15 for good measure. Okay, down to runners. All right, that played out very quickly, so let's see if I can take the rest into the lows of the day. IW. So that's 4 trades so far. That's on the high end. All 4 trades worked in our favor. So now I want IWM to get to the lows of the day. Runners, I'm going to see if the runners can stay below this area right here. Okay, I'll give them a little bit of room. Okay, I wasn't anticipating 18% in less than 1 minute. Okay, so now if we can break below these lows, runners can start to run into where? Daily downside breaker. If we did take this, manage accordingly. See profit, take profit is the motto. Okay. See if the runners can give us a little more. So no close above here. No close above that red line. What am I targeting? This green line. Okay. So I can accept the wick, but no close above it. In the meantime, what do I want to see? I want to see some weakness on SPY. Interestingly enough, we're seeing some buyers step in on the Qs, dip buyers. But the Qs, I want them to get stifled at that VWAP. So this stop is very close to break even. Okay. Very close to break even. Who took small caps? IW. If you did take it, manage accordingly. If you paid the trade already, congratulations. Okay. I like that 15 on IWM. Right, that 15 looks very weak. We have 1 more minute left, right? But now my buffer is very tight. It's a very tight buffer. If we close above 294.37, I'll get stopped out on the runners. So I give myself a very tight buffer. All right, very close to break even there. Break even on the runners to see if we get a nice push to the downside there. Okay, I'll close runners there. All right, so I couldn't get IWM all the way to the lows of the day. All right, but I was able to take a majority off, double digits, and then stopped out very close to break even on the runners. All right, that's the kind of conditions have been, guys. Very, very quick scalping conditions. If you're looking to hold it through, unless you caught it off the very open, there's not a lot of hold type of setups. All right, very, very tricky type of condition. This favors scalpers. SPY, we discussed the importance of SPY in this territory at length with our team, guys. We discussed how, hey, you know what, we're in this major support territory. We want to see some kind of separation away from it. Currently, we're in the jaws of that gap. All right, that G50 would be a sign. Okay, 50% retrace that gap. Do we get some follow through? Continue to push the upside, or we just kind of chop around this area? So far, this is all we're doing. All right, so no major move during first shift. We're 15 minutes away from second shift. This is very few times I've taken 4 trades in first shift this season, this quarter. All right. So I'm gonna look to slow down here. All right. So all 4 trades that present a double-digit TP opportunity. So 1 shot, 1 kill was a good approach to have. If you have your stops in place and you want to see it through, you want to sit through a little bit of drawdown for your runners, okay? Or you have your runners stop all the way up there. Maybe you can catch the full extent of the move. But what I would say is, okay, just make sure you take some off, pay the trader. All right, so 4 trades. Very rare, very few times do we take 4 trades. I mean, granted, 2 of the trades were on SPY during first shift. All right. So that'll be enough for first shift for me. Okay, that'll be enough for first shift for me. So 4 trades all worked. All 4 worked in our favor. What do we got here? Okay, meta puts starting to go. Be mindful of that PML. Palantir. We got the semis starting to recover slightly here off those lows. Dead cat bounced across the board. SK Hynix breaking out. We got mags falling off a cliff. Let's get a heat map check. We got, there we go. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. If you just held a little longer, if you had those runners on, okay, you got paid. Here we go. Shenanigans is here, guys. If you have those puts there, okay, make sure to pay the trader. Look at IWM. Look at IWM. Okay, Shenanigans is here. All right. Shenanigans is here. You know what this is. Situation in the Middle East, probably. This is Middle East related. If I had to take a guess, if I take a wild guess, Middle East related. Okay, so IWM. If you took your profits and then you held those runners just for a second here, you get stopped out. All right, you just boom, got that drop to downside for TP2. Okay, enjoy that. Okay, guys, Shenanigans. I wouldn't recommend putting any positions on currently. All right, so the ones who are getting compensated are the ones who are short already. All right, trying to go short now. Look how erratic the activity is. Okay. Okay, look at Tesla. Tesla continues to push. Qs. Sliding SPY. Okay, finally getting that break. Goes to TP1. All right. So we know what this is. This is some kind of activity going on. There we go. Who took IWM? If you took IWM, beautiful job. If you took Tesla, if you held through. All right. All the ideas today were to the downside. Okay. Look what's going on, guys. Without even taking a look at the news. I did not take a look at the news. All right. I'm just trying to show you. You will get the news before the news. Okay, this morning, that's why it's so important, folks, on YouTube, guys. We discussed about the importance of the 75 level on crude. We tapped it. Right? There's no other level that's more important to us than 75. We tapped it. We know what that means. So now I can go to the news. Now I can go to the news and see what the news is saying. Or rumors or whatever it is. Okay, let me open up the breaking news feed. Okay, here we go. Okay, undocumented immigrants. I didn't hit the feed yet, but it will be coming up soon. So in the event, we talked about this last week as well. If you're in a position and the Shenanigans candle works in your favor, okay, don't wait too long because the Shenanigans can go the other way. Secure it. And with those Shenanigans candles that work in your favor, guys, you can see upwards of 60, 70, 80, 100% matter of seconds. Okay. Starting blockade backup. Okay. Thank you for the update, Jake. So that's what it is. Yeah, if you guys are looking to join the Discord, guys, my Discord link is available. It's pinned in the chat. If you're looking to join the free tier Discord to have the news feed available to you 24/7 at no charge, okay, go to smartactiontrade.com, click the community tab. There's a free Discord available to you at no charge. All right, so you can be up to speed. Okay. I think there's just once or twice that I got caught in a shenanigans candle that worked in our favor, right? So I don't have that luck where I'm just in the trade for shenanigans. I believe it was one time it was a while back during Q1. We were in SPY calls and shenanigans candle comes in, and then boom, 100+% instantly. All right, that was nice. Okay, who's falling off a cliff? Meta's falling off a cliff. Tesla falling off a cliff still. That was very nice. That was very nice. It was, I believe, in Q1. Q2, I don't think I've got any shenanigans. What ends up happening is I'm in the position right before the shenanigans and I close. All right, so it's impossible to time it. Sometimes it's just luck. It's just luck. Good luck, bad luck. Look at that for Jake. 115, 190. Beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. I remember that day. Nice. Maybe 15K. Yeah, that was a good day. Devil Dog. Man, Meta just falling off a cliff. Meta falling off a cliff. Let's pan over to Meta. Now look at the move Meta made, okay? Gets all the bulls excited. Okay. Say in this case, okay, you're gonna go long off that PMH test. In this case, the PMH test is wrong. Okay, is this a legitimate setup? That's a legitimate setup. You see something move aggressively, comes into a key level. All right, you want to take the bounce off of it. Your stop is here. It doesn't bounce off of it. It goes beyond your stop. You should no longer be there. You have risk management in place. Okay, it's a loss. Okay, the cost of trying to capture an opportunity. You don't have risk management in place. Okay, this can potentially lead to a wipeout. Depending on if you're over leveraged, depending on if you have the habit of averaging into your losers. All right, so once it does get that pump initially, get that nice expansion at the upside, fails to hold that PMH, comes back in, and starts to slide to the downside. One signal on shockwave comes in, get that break, continue push, PML. You could use that PML as your line in the sand in pursuit of that 6, possibly 650. As we can continue to drop, guys, okay, without any structural shifting moves, 650 can possibly be approaching. So that doesn't mean go short here. All right, that's going to be too costly. You don't have enough margin for error for your stop. Okay, so Meta falling off a cliff on this stretch. Tesla, again, a lot of buyers are protecting Tesla below that 395. Okay, so they might try to rally off 395. They keep stepping up off 395. All right, so be mindful on Tesla, 395 reclaim. They keep picking it up. Okay, first shift is in the books in about 6 minutes. 4 trades, 4 scalps so far today. Okay, so if you're done for the week, if you're done for the week, great. If you're done for the day, guys, you caught a couple of trades, 1 trade, 2 trades, you don't see any of your setups, don't let patience turn into frustration. So what I mean by that, sometimes you exercise the right patience. You don't see your setup, but the fact that you don't see your setup makes you frustrated and impatient. Okay, so SPY just chopping around, going back and forth. Now the Qs are pushing to the upside, got bought out the dip, and now the Dow's dumping to the downside. So you can see SPY's having a hard time. Okay, so is there some legitimacy? Look at crude. Crude pushed into that 75. rejection of 75. So I'm going to throw the lure on 75. Can it get above 75 and continue to push? There might be something going on there. If not, just a nice little flash crash. Intraday. Okay, the reason is because this one candle is, that 2 hour candle is larger than the entire range that we've set. Okay, for the whole, for the entirety of the day, for that particular point, from that particular point. That one candle is larger than this entire range. All right, so SPY is chopping around. All right. Chop. I don't see anything clean. I don't see anything too clean. I don't see anything too appealing. A potential channel break, bearish channel breakout on Tesla back the upside above 395 could possibly brew if you like that type of setup. Okay. Like this, I get this type of setup, all right? So you get some compression. A lot of buyers continue to step up. You take that break to the upside, retest. All right. So in this case, this is a buy low type of setup. You're buying those contracts relatively low, looking to sell them higher. The momentum setups, guys, momentum setups are not buy low, sell high. Momentum setups are not buy low, sell high. Momentum setups are buy high, sell higher. Okay, there's not just one way to make money in the market. Okay, you can buy low, you can sell high, we all know that, and you can buy high, and you can sell higher. Breakouts are the same thing. Breakouts are not buy low, sell high, unless it's a reversal type of breakout or breakdown. All right, if it's a continuation, right, you're not buying low, selling high. So the buy low, sell high is associated with reversal trading. So if you're a reversal trader, you'd understand that, right? So the good thing is there's more than one way to do it. That's the awesome thing. So we're 2 minutes away from conclusion of first shift, guys. Make sure to like the video on YouTube so we can do the giveaway. I will be giving away the Getting Started Day Trading course so we can get to 100 likes. All right, so take a minute, scroll your mobile device, tablet, desktop, just look a little lower, look for the thumbs up button, click it. All right, if we're at 100 between now and 10:30, we will do a giveaway, guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. So no trades on SPY for me today. So I'm seeing a lot of you are doing the Get Started Day Trading course. That's encouraging. I see those numbers go up every time during the weekend. All right. So I see those numbers of people taking the course every time the number spikes during the weekend, and that's so encouraging to see, guys. All right. I know a lot of you work full time, and you don't have the time to go through a 5-hour course. So what you're doing is you're carving out the time during your downtime. You can be doing anything else. All right, and I promise you that's going to pay off in the long run. Okay, if you're investing in your education, if you're putting yourself in position to learn, okay, it's gonna go from learn very soon to earn. You can be doing anything else. $10.28 down for the day. I missed the shenanigans. Yeah, shenanigans was tough. I mean, coming to the day, my forecast was chop. Right, very choppy, and until prove otherwise, very, very choppy. So first shift is in the books. Good, Joe. Done for the day. Bunch of stop outs, Firefly. It was tough. There's no real follow through. No real follow through behind anything. It's just see profit, take profit. You went to the site, you still can't find the Discord. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what you want to do, if you're looking to join the free tier Discord, okay, is you want to go to smartactiontrade.com, go to the community tab, you scroll down, free tier. Okay, that's where it is. If you're looking to join our Discord, it's right, the monthly is right there. All right, so you just click join free or monthly, whichever one works best for you. So there are, I believe now 15. I made 15 spots available, so there a couple need to take those spots for the month of July. For the month of July, when those spots get filled up, the only thing available is the yearly. All right, so first shift is officially in the books. 4 scalps on my end, no real follow through. I would say the best trade out of first shift was the QQQ trade, from the standpoint of capturing the most amount of appreciation, from the standpoint of just taking a full position on and off. That was a good trade there. And the one that had the biggest appreciation was IWM. We did see 20+%. And the runners got stopped out eventually. Tesla, couldn't really get Tesla to go. Gave him multiple attempts, very, very tight leash on Tesla. A lot of interest below 395, so didn't want to push it too much. Right, and now look at Tesla, guys. You see the importance of being able to identify patterns, and now it's going back the other way. All right, so in this case, if you take Tesla again, say if you take it here again, respect your stop. But if you kind of zoom out, you can kind of see that taking place when a stock, individual name, all right, that's in the rotation, sells off aggressively and comes into a certain level, and it just fails to go any lower. Right, it shows this kind of formation. It drops, but everything is picked back up. It tells you there's some demand down there. So it's almost like you're shorting the face of demand. If you're shorting the face of demand, you don't want to give yourself too much room for error. You got to trade as a scalp, because in the event that does break, okay, it works in your favor nicely. But if it doesn't, keep that stop tight, and then you'll have it won't be a catastrophic loss, okay? So Tesla, nice push on Tesla back the upside. Now it's back above VWAP. Beautiful job. You're slamming Tesla on both sides. Devil dog, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You took it on this break. Tesla's the bread and butter for you today. So Devil dog, one of our traders, he caught it early for the breakdown, and it looks like he took it back the upside. So both sides. That's a definition of we can care less which way it goes, as long as it goes. Beautiful job, beautiful job, beautiful job. Okay. So maybe look for one lotto trade. If not, it's Monday. We have a lot of things coming up this week. Okay, we're kicking off earnings season. I know it just seems like earnings season just wrapped up, but with another earnings season coming up. All right, so this week is not like last week. What happened last week stays in last week. There's a different week. Okay, CPI, PPI, Fed chair testifies, unemployment claims, retail sales, consumer sentiment. On top of that, situation in the Middle East as it pertains to the Strait. All right, a lot of moving pieces. Okay? On top of that, we're kicking off earnings. Okay, this adds another variable into the equation. Okay, this is a great time for us, and we needed some volatility. We need some volatility now. We need a healthy level of volatility. Okay. During this hour, who's in charge? Okay, relatively flat as well. Okay, shockwave on SPY. If you take that, you have room, all right? You can scalp it. You can have that see profit, take profit approach. If you want to see it through, you're committed to the risk that was given. You have room into that PML in that BOG, okay? Or the committed risk that was taken. Where do we come into? We come into this PMH. This further illustrates the amount of chop that we're seeing. Look how close PML and PMH are to one another. They're only $1.73 away from each other. Okay. That's it. And keep in mind, we're still inside on the daily. IWM looking to brew as well. IWM brewing. SPY can give me a nice little retest of this territory. We'll consider. We have Google looking to get to the lows. We have a nice flag break on Meta to the downside. Okay, the first signal on shockwave comes in here, guys. All right, this one was, of course, with the shenanigans, so we won't even count that, okay, because it was shenanigans. It's really hard to catch. So the first legitimate signal is here. If SPY does have some follow through downside and Qs fail to hold VWAP, IWM will be on the radar. Okay, IWM will be on the radar. If you scalp this to downside, nice double digit scalp, that's good, respectable. If you're committed to your 1 unit of risk, all right, you're almost at scale out. 45 cents. All right, so you have more than a 1-to-1. Okay, you're past that 1-to-1 mark. Now, what's going to really help SPY completely break down into near the lows of the day? I won't even say lows of the day quite yet. I'd say into these lows here is the Qs giving up VWAP. Okay, if they can do that, then it gives us a chance to come into this area. And then now the buyers are tasked with: do they deem this valuable to pick it back up? If they fail to do so, then that opens up this runway down here. Okay, so you can see the indicator guides you. Takes the guesswork out. Trade 2 SPX 28%. Beautiful job, Jake. Good. You guys are like a well-oiled machine. All right, a great way to kick off the week as well, guys. Great way to kick off the week, okay? And you're getting stopped out, multiple stop outs, okay? Don't get too frustrated. There's a lot of time left on the week. On Mondays, you got to use a little bit less size, all right? So just to get a feel for the week. We have Meta coming back with retest. AMD going the other way. Nice reclaim on that PML. Crude, look at crude. So crude is on the verge. If crude could crack back about 75, that can possibly lead us to the lows of the day. All right, if it aggressively spikes about 75, we might get more shenanigans, maybe a baby shenanigans candle, not to the same extent, but a little smaller than that. If you're just babysitting your position, all right, you can move to break even if you like. You're almost at TP1. You can take some off. You can trim. Manage accordingly. Okay, whatever you do, manage accordingly. When it's all said and done, make sure to pay the trader. Make sure to pay the trade. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. And that was a smooth stretch as well. Smooth stretch as well to the downside. What can really take this to the downside, guys, below PML is if the Qs get to VWAP, get to PML, and slice and dice below it. Anyone take that? If you took that, dollar signs in the chat. If you took that, dollar signs in the chat on YouTube, guys. Or on Discord. Great job on being patient. Right to where? Right to where? Right to where? Right to this key level. Right there. And then we have a key level down here. So we use that as a target. The target hit. Target has been hit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start to chop around this territory. Unless we get that decisive break below PML. Qs get below that PML and that VWAP. That can be an area where we start to go back and forth slightly. If we can slice and dice through PML, that'd be great. Nvidia starting to break. Keep a close eye on small caps as well. They're on the verge of a break. Nvidia has room into the lows of the day. Just proceed with caution. Avoid that as it approaches the lows of the day. There we go. Starting to rock and roll. If Qs give up that view up on that PML, guys, small caps can start to work. Small caps are also coming to that level. Gotta correlate those two things. Tesla's at VWAP, so critical area there on Tesla. There goes SPY. There goes SPY. There goes Nvidia. There goes CIWM. It needs to get past that PML though. And the Qs need to break PML as well. Qs break below PML, break below VWAP. SPY can start to slice and dice. Okay, see if we get synchronized selling here. If we can, IWM can be a candidate. We want to see the Qs stay below PML here. IWM breakdown approaching. All right. Big danger for this breakdown is a retest. Okay, so be mindful of that. So you want to see synchronized selling across the board. You don't want to see Qs bounce off that view up in that PML. There goes IW. Okay, IW is starting to break here. Qs are starting to break as well. Okay, there goes SPY. IWM. You can see. All right, same setup as before. Same setup as before. Okay. See what IW can, that signal can print on IW, stay there. It's going to be predicated on what the Qs do here, guys. Qs PML and that Qs VWAP. Fails to hold there, IW can start to break down. If it starts to bounce, IW can start to reclaim that area. Same thing with SPY as well. How do they respond to their respective PMLs? All right, so this is an area to pay attention to on small cap. Okay, I'll take SPY. I'll take IWM right there. That'll be the lot of the day. All right, so fifth trade, we usually don't take 5, usually been in the neighborhood of 3. But I'll take this as a lot for the day. IWM puts, second time the downside. All right, so what's my risk? My risk is all the way there. I like how the Qs are starting to create that separation. See if IW can join the party as well. Okay. My stop, conservative. Just need some follow through and participation from my IWM. Okay, follow through and participation from IWM. If it does start to go, IWM has some room into this territory here. Okay, so fifth trade of the day, up 6. TP where you need to. Anything can happen at any time. Love how the Qs are breaking down. Up 11. See if we get some follow through behind that. All right, so see, for this one, I want to see it get all the way here. All right, so I'm going to play this one through. All right, I'm going to try my best to play this one through. All right, no close above here, and see that continue to push lower, at least into scale out. Okay, so I'm okay with opting not to take the profits. All right, so again, follow your plan. It already yielded 11.12. I want to see the Q stay below VWAP. And no close above here. All right, so IW. Let's see what you got for us. See if this can start to go. Qs are trying to reclaim. SPYs at that PML as well, trying to bounce off that PML. Big danger is this, all right, for the shorts. Potential break of that nice little channel. So if we can continue to pursue this channel, if we can just use this channel to the downside, that's great. Respect the integrity of that channel. We're starting to see buyers picking up the Qs there. The Dow was very close to the lows of the day. So this will be the lotto for the day, all right? So after this, we'll be done for the day. And this will be our 5th trade. What's the invalidation marker here, guys? No close here. Of course, for us to get there, that would require us for us to break out of here. If you have something less than that, maybe a PMH, that's fine as well. But I'm going to use this. All right, and what the conditions that initially triggered me to take this trade, all right, which was the Q staying below PML, SPY staying below PML, they're starting to kind of fade away. All right, they're starting to fade away. So no close above that level here on IWM. Okay, so we'll babysit that in the background. Our strikers can see IWM chart down below. SPY is starting to catch a bid. IWM's chart is down here. So a lot of wicks down there. IWM is starting to head back towards that PML. So I want no close above that level on the 5, guys. On IWM. And the cool thing is we're under VWAP as well. Okay, so for the bulls to break this thing out, they need to get above VWAP. They need to get above a bunch of different levels. Okay, if you took your profits already on IW, just a quick scalp. You have nothing to worry about. We're starting to get that bounce here. IW starting to go. Okay, testing that view up currently. Of course, I want that view up test to go south. SPY's testing that daily open. A lot of things up for grabs here. Right, so I'll sit through the back and forth. I'll sit through the back and forth. Okay. And that's part of the plan. So unlike a scalp, I want to see if I can take advantage of this. Stop me out, scale me out, or give me 2R. That's the objective. Okay, VWAP was right there at IW. We're seeing a lot of buyers stepping in on the Qs as well. On the Dow as well, so some buyers are starting to step in. SPY's big test is this PMH, this daily open. Okay, so when it's all said and done, guys, in the next few minutes, I want IW to close below that PML. That'll get us back in business. Okay, gets above that conservative, out of business, below PML, back in business. I like that rejection there. Okay. If you see the 15-minute chart on IW, guys, this is just as messy as it gets. Look at this. All right, so this is the presence of buyers. There's presence of buyers. All right, not any follow through. We get drops. All right, whenever you see candles and wicks, it means it's a scalper's paradise. All right. So let's see if this trade can start to go nicely. Down about 10, 11, 12%. I need the Qs to get back to VWAP. Get back to VWAP. We'll be good to go. And SPY, get back in this area here. Okay, let's check back on IW. Alright, so still unable to hold above that territory. My stop is up here. Conservative, the indicator automatically gives you your stop. So you don't have to guess the stop. If we can get back to this territory, we'll be back in business. Back to this territory, we'll be back in business. That might be the break-even point. A little more break-even, okay. I want to see continue push lower. There we go. Get that drop. Get that drop. Hold below it. Hold below it. I want the Qs to completely shrink under VWAP and get that push back below PML. Right, this is what I'm looking to pursue, team. Right, so opted to not take profits at double digits, not take profits there. Right, in pursuit of this runway here. Okay, so whatever your plan is, you got to stick to the plan. You don't want to make up the plan on the fly. You don't want to make up the plan on the fly. And notice this plan of holding is coming after, okay, getting 4 trades that worked in my favor. So that's not my plan off the bat. That's my first trade of the week. All right, first trade of the week. All right, you want to put some profits in your pocket. Okay, PIP, profits in pocket. All right, so the big thing for us is here. Can we get that break below 24.20? Continue push to the downside. In the meantime, all right, my buffer, of course, is all the way up here. So I don't want to see it close above here. All right. What am I pursuing down here? Okay, that is what we're pursuing. Okay. So we did take the scalp here at 12%. If you took it again, maybe 6 to 8%, just depends on your initial entry. Currently sitting down about 3-4%. So this is what I'm looking to pursue this here. So in pursuit of this runway here, we need the Qs to get below PML, and we need SPY to get below PML. All those stubborn buyers are stepping up off that PML. And guess who's at PML as well? We have the Dow at PML as well. Okay. Chop, chop, chop. What are we thinking, team? Do we get that breakdown, or do we get a bounce back the upside and get invalidated? All right, so let's see if these puts can put us in good position. All right, again, stubborn buyers. These PML buyers on SPY and the Qs just refuse to give it up. Refuse to give it up. Beautiful job, Brian. Great catch on SPY there. Nvidia, nice breakdown on Nvidia. Look at Meta going the other way. So everything is just kind of doing its own thing. Amazon breakout possibly brewing. Okay, we're starting to bounce off that PML. Okay, we're about at 11, almost 11 o'clock here. Got somewhat of a doji on the 15 on IWM. Tesla continues to push. Nice test of the VWAP. Nice VWAP test. So this will probably be the break-even point now. Q's bouncing off that PML. SPY bouncing off that PML. Dow bouncing off that PML. IWM still below PML. Okay, let's go to SPY real quick. SPY has to be SPY's gonna have to confront that daily open here, right? First time came into it, rejected. Second time, daily open, and a put trigger. See if it goes double top, push back the downside. That would be great since I'm short in IWM. That's what I want to see. I want to see constant rejections when it tries to make a higher high. I want it to make equal highs or lower highs. Okay, let's see IWM. So trader 1 walks in with his 12. Trader 2, in this case I'm trader 2. Okay, I'm waiting. All right. Position update down 16. Ideally, I want to see IWM stay below that PML, 294.60. That'd be great. And also, you have to understand with these zeros, as time passes, the value of those contracts start to get eaten. So this will probably be the break-even point. Okay, if I had to guess, this will probably be the break-even point. Or very close to it. This is a profit point at some point in time. This was 12% before. It was 6% earlier. So as time passes, this will probably be the break-even area. Okay, Qs continue to push. Okay, just adjust this just like this. These highs are still lower than that high. Kind of double bottom formation there. So we're still below VWAP, still below that PML on IW. Tesla testing that VWAP. VWAP traders shift their attention to Tesla. Okay, we're starting to get that break on IW. I don't want to see a close above that level. Keep in mind. Okay, I don't want to see a close above it. If it's a close above it, then I will get stopped out. IWM is testing VWAP. We're starting to see Q, SPY, all push to the upside. Okay, stopped out there on IW. So gave IWM a chance. All right, had a chance at TP and eventually got stopped out. Okay, so that's going to be the 5th trade of the day. So stopped out IW. 2 trades on small caps, 2 trades on Tesla, 1 trade on QQQ. Right, now will be the last trade of the day. Stop out on small caps. All right, a little high on the frequency of trades for me today, but I had to take it. Usually I like to stay in that 3 territory. That's been really working nicely. But I did like the setup. I did like this setup. And now everything's going to the upside. Everything's going to the upside. Conditions are changing. You see how quickly things are starting to change. Look at the Qs taking out those highs. All right, so when the conditions are changing, SPY broke above that daily open. Okay, like it failed to do that earlier. We got a higher high. Then the thesis, my earlier thesis, is invalidated. If conditions remain, the thesis remains. If conditions remain, thesis remains. All right. Amazon's starting to go. I'll be done for the day, though. I'll be done for the day. Amazon's starting to go there. $11 Who's done for the day, guys? Anyone done for the day? MU. Let's take a look at MU. Yeah, MU. Yep, nice little breakout on MU. So this thing dumped. If you're in these semis love to reclaim the pre-market lows. Right, like whenever they're weak, they gap down, and then they open up and they break below pre-market low. That reclaim, they love reclaiming those levels. MU, nice bounce off shockwave, gets the break, comes back in, gives multiple attempts. MU starting to go as well. Good call out. SPY calls 50%. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, see profit, take profit. IW is coming back into play. You see that? You see how tricky it is? Okay. You see how tricky it is? So it stops me out there. All right, so you can be right, but if you don't have that exact precision or the right timing, you can be wrong. All right, but don't let timing and precision be a reason to hold your trades beyond your risk threshold. Okay, I promise you guys, I know it might not make a lot of sense. It's better to take the loss at a defined risk level, reassess and re-engage. Okay, rather than just hold on to dear life. Okay. I try to take down 20%, 20 seconds, last 25% of what's left in my account today. Wow. On IWM Firefly. You don't have to go heavy because when you're wrong, it doesn't hurt as much. I used to go hard many times. 9K in 5 months. You did take some time off, and the conditions. I mean, the conditions. I know it's easy to say conditions. It's easy to blame the summer months, but the reality of the situation is, all right, it's not easy. The summer months are designed to be as difficult as possible. I've gone down 30K in one day. ME setting up 50%. Good, good, good. All right, so again, lots of Tesla. See if Tesla can crack below. VWAP continue to push to the downside. Need some follow through though. Again, out of all the indexes, I know, all of them are tricky, but IW seems to be the one. SPY, okay, SPY. Reclaim back the downside. And now it's at 11 o'clock. So by this time, if you already caught your setups, if you already got some trades to work in your favor, there's no reason to put on more risk. All right, so now the onus is on the people who didn't put risk on yet and who are looking for setups to engage the setups that they do see. All right, so nice breakdown below. View up on Tesla. See there's some folder behind it. Retrace, reject at that PML. All right, so if you're green, stay clean. We're seeing a lot of back and forth, very choppy. SPY still inside prior day's range. SPY still trading within pre-market high, pre-market low. Take a look at this, guys. Okay, if you have the key level indicator, look at this daily inside, weekly inside. Pre-market, we're inside pre-market range. Despite the fact that we got out of it, we come back in it. Shenanigans candle out of pre-market's range, come back in it. So this is very, very choppy, team. Okay, so very, very choppy. To kick things off. So 5 trades today, 4 or 5 worked in our favor. Stopped out on IWM. Let's see how many likes we got on YouTube. Let's see how many likes we got on YouTube. If we're at 1, I didn't check at 10:30. Okay, let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get the likes up. Only 66 likes. Okay, goal is to get to 6K subs, guys. 6K subs. We're closing on 6K subs. All right, all you need to do is this. Take a look at the 15-minute chart. Go to SPY. What do you see? Who's in control? Okay, bulls are in control. This first 15 minutes. Okay, that's what you can see from the time they opened to the time they closed. But let's take it a step further. So this goes into the anatomy of a candle. The bulls had control, but they got to push above PMH, and they got pushed back lower. All right, so even though they had control, okay, there was still some selling pressure in this bullish candle. Same thing. At some point in time, okay, we open up there. This candle was bearish at some point in time. Buyers stepped in, pushed it back the upside. So there's buyers at the very edge down below, and there's sellers at the very top up above. So it puts us in this position where we're constantly getting whipsawed and pushed back in. Right? So this, again, I've said this many times, guys, this is the situation where the momentum traders, the trend traders get annihilated in these conditions. All right, so you have to not take any trades during this time. Okay, if you are, you have to be sniper. You have to be a scalper. You have to have the ability to quickly take your profits. Okay, but if you are not, and you still want to take those setups, you have to make sure you get stopped out and respect your stop. And let it be a regular red day. Okay, so look at this. Look at SPY on the 15. They drop this thing and then wick back up inside. Bullish, bearish, tit for tat. How about IWM? So even in these conditions, we're able to find some setups, some scalp setups, guys. Okay, look at this. Complete mess. That's Qs, I should say. Let's take a look at the Qs, I should say. Okay, Qs. Complete mess. Okay. SPY, second setup on SPY. All right. So despite this, guys, there are some shockwave setups. on the other side of patience, but this really favors my scalpers. Okay, this really favors my scalpers, and the ones who know when to trade and when not to trade. If you try to push it here, guys, if you try to push it, if you try to impose your will on the market in these conditions, especially if you're a trend trader, breakout trader, the market will push back. The market will push harder. Okay, we all know every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Think of it like this. Every action has a greater reaction. So if you try to push the market, it's going to push you twice as hard. It's not going to be equal. All right, so navigate these conditions, navigate this terrain accordingly. Okay. The conditions are horrible today. 100%. Monday's my worst trading day. And that's a big if. Try to keep extremely tight. Exactly. So again, the protocols we have in place, guys, Mondays to ease your way in, Fridays to ramp down, is intentional. Because most traders, when it comes to Mondays, right, we're all susceptible to do it. Right? We reviewed our plan. Okay, we're anticipating the market opening up, so we might the tendency to push a little harder on Monday is higher, right? So you have to kind of pull yourself back in, reel it back in, and then use less size. Right? That approach over the long term really helps, because the last thing you want to do is dig yourself in a hole on Monday, massive hole, because what ends up happening is the rest of the week is just digging yourself out of the hole, which is very possible. You can dig yourself out of the hole, but all you're looking to do is just put yourself in position to win. All right, you don't want victory to be too far away from you. Right? If you dig yourself in a hole, victory is too far away. Right? But if you're just properly sizing, if you're getting stopped at where you need to, right, you're not too far away from being on the green side. Right, it starts on Mondays. Right, so tremendous job journaling and noticing that, and having the self-awareness to put that into practice, Lynn. 100% key is to identify horrible conditions to stay out. Exactly. Okay, anyone else, guys? Anyone else? We will do the end of stream poll here to kick off the week. Nothing too smooth. Okay, just a bunch of scalps. I gave IWM a little bit of room to push. Couldn't get that push to the downside, and again stopped out. We know a lot of the catalysts, CPI, PPI, so on and so forth, are coming up later this week. So we got an inside day so far. So nothing changes from now until the close. All right, anything can happen between now and then, and we stay within prior day's range. We got our inside day going into tomorrow. Okay, we got our inside day going into tomorrow. Okay. Tesla below VWAP. See if you get that continue push to the downside below it. VWAP traders, keep a close eye on Tesla. Keep a close eye on Tesla. We were on the stream until 11:30 on YouTube, guys. We were on the stream until 11:30. Let's get the likes up between now and 11:30. Let's get the likes up. If you have any questions, drop your questions in the chat. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. So again, shockwave gives you another signal there. Just being patient. See if IWM can finally go. Right, it's going to require all those names to be under PML. All right, so look at IWM, the chart. Right, very choppy. So the stop out is there. Right here, conservative. So another opportunity once again. So am I going to take this opportunity? No. I'm done. Okay, so I don't want to allocate any more risk. I don't want to expose myself to any more risk. The job is done for today. Okay? So your job at this point is, guys, to make an assessment. That's close to the first 2 hours a day are in the books. Majority of our trades came in the first hour. All right. And wanted to see if IDEA can give us a nice opportunity to downside with some follow through. No follow through. Got stopped out. I'm done sticking around to learn and paper trade. Yep, that's a great idea. Right? Flipping over to paper is also good, guys. If you still have that urge to trade, flip over to paper. Right? You trade your capital. You put some profit in your pocket. And you still have that urge to trade, just flip over to paper. Okay? It's bad. You can go over trade paper if you like. Okay? All right, go over trade on paper and try to see on paper, okay, if you can end the day green on a day like this. Don't just do YOLO trades on paper. Same technique, same strategies you're using, go on paper, see if you can navigate. And that might be a good protocol. Right? I know paper trading is frowned upon, but don't go with the industry standard, guys. All right? So there's a time where you need to paper trade if you're testing something. Okay, especially in the beginning of your journey. If you're still having a hard time getting over the over trading bug, okay, maybe you can utilize paper trading. All right, if you have the urge to click buttons, go to paper. Okay. Yeah, that's a great idea as well. We talk about that in the course. Right, when you're paper trading, that's a good point, Lynn. All right, don't put $1 million in your paper trading account. Okay, if you have $1 million in your trading account, okay, use $1 million in your paper trading account. Okay, make it 1-to-1. Make it the exact same thing. If you have 50K, 50K in paper. If you have 5K, 5K on paper. Right, you want it to be seamless. You want it to be 1-to-1. Okay, you have a 50K account. Okay, and then you're trading on paper $1 million. That doesn't help. It doesn't help your situation. Matter of fact, that might make it worse because you're starting to get used to large numbers. And you condition yourself for larger losses. All right, so always map those two things. All right, map those two things out. Want to have the urge to trade at your one contract? That's also good, guys. Anything to ensure. The thing with the one contract, that's good. If you don't have an issue with over trading, but sometimes all it takes is one contract for some people to get started again. Right, so that one contract is like a domino effect. Right. So if you have it dialed in fairly well, right, whatever works for each of you guys. But the main thing is to make sure you have the things you need to control under control. If you have challenges with paper trading, if paper trading is your Achilles heel, if over trading is your Achilles heel, okay, don't even do the one contract. right? Maybe go to paper, or if you're at the point where you can just stop completely, there you go. All right. Tesla starting to wake up. Zigzag off VWAP. Okay. Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions on YouTube before I wrap it up? Let's do the end of stream poll. Not too much on SPY, guys. All right, so the read from this morning was accurate. Anticipate chop until proven otherwise. So let us know how you did. And where are we? Okay, where are we? Let's take a look at it. When in doubt, zoom out, go to the hourly. Okay, we're just chopping around in this territory, the sticky area. So SPY has not made any significant strides away from the zone. All right. So the areas where the big moves can take place, okay, is here. Rejection zone, bounce zone. If you're playing this sticky zone, you're going to see separation away from it, or you're going to see a gravitation back towards it. All-time high zone all the way here. Very, very close to all-time highs. We're in the all-time high neighborhood. Okay, so we're still, that support test is going for about 2 hours now. Okay, this support stems from first these lows from Wednesday. So Wednesday, and then we get the touch on Friday, and then today. Last week we were basically range bound here. We were going sideways last week. Okay, not many catalysts outside of news catalyst, DeepSeek, and situation in the Middle East. Now we have some red folder catalysts. We have some earnings catalyst. On top of that, we have the geopolitical catalyst as well. So we went from a catalyst drought, okay, a catalyst famine, to a catalyst feast. Two days, no trades for me. Good, good, good. So a lot of no trades today. Good, 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 guys. Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions on YouTube? Any questions on YouTube? If not, we'll look to wrap it up here shortly. We'll go over how to join our community here as well. If you're looking to join our community, make sure to go to smartactiontrade.com. We have multiple ways to get you started on your journey to consistent profitability. We have a community available to you. Join the free tier. We have the monthly as well. Use the code TRIAL30. That's pinned up top. You have the QR codes on screen. You have our indicator as well, the latest indicator, Shockwave 15. We have courses as well, and we have coaching as well. Those are the primary ways that you're going to put yourself in position to be the best trader you can be. Through community, doing with other traders, okay, that have the same aspirations you do. We all trade different systems. We all have different risk tolerances. We all have different size accounts. But the one thing that we can unify over, okay, is the same ambition, okay, to be consistently profitable. That is the one equalizer, all right? So you're going to surround yourself with tremendous traders. You're going to have access to all the tools and resources you need. Live trading and training. Not only is it just, hey, you know what, you get some screenshots of levels in the Discord and just say, see you later. No, you get the game plan. And then when the game plan is set, I send that out every single morning. We go over the game plan in pre-market. So we solidify the game plan. We make any modifications to the game plan. And then now, during the open, when the market is open, we try to follow the game plan or make some adjustments to the game plan if the conditions change. All right, so all three of those phases, we go through that every single day. All right, so that is the most extensive training you're going to get. Okay, outside of that, there's nothing else. All right, so you see it before it takes place. We walk through it, we talk through it, and then now, when the action is live, we have to navigate through it and take those trades. Okay, that's all available to you at this tier. All right, so go visit smartactiontrade.com if you're interested in joining and leveling up your trading. All the codes are pinned up top. Again, we continue to chop around, guys. Chop, chop, chop. We just can't seem to create the separation away from this shenanigans candle. Okay, technically we did not break out of the range of the shenanigans candle. Okay, we did not break out of that range. We've been stuck inside of that candles range. This two 1 minute candles. This one at 11, at 10:15 and 10:16. So we're trading within the range, basically from 10:15 to 10:17. That 2 minute range, that 3 minute sequence. Okay. Nasty trap on Tesla. Collapse back under VWAP. Okay, small cap starting to go. Semis are on a recovery mission. They're kind of equalizing now. We're seeing ExxonMobil continue to push. I wish I had one for, okay, last hour. Amazon, Microsoft starting to pick up. Technology service names starting to pick up a little bit. The big news is Apple. Apple making an all-time high. Look at Tesla, guys. Okay, Tesla peekaboo above VWAP, flush to the downside, aggressive push lower. By no means was this easy to trade. All right, it looks easy, but it was not easy. A lot of volatility there on Tesla, to say the least. Okay, and at that stretch. All right, what's the key level in that territory? PML. So PML and VWAP rejection. See if Tesla has some follow through into what magic number, guys? 395. $395 is the magic number on Tesla today. Yeah, chop, chop, chop. 100%. Yeah, Apple, we discussed this with our team as well. So Apple was at all-time highs. Okay. So whenever something reaches all-time highs, it's on a solo mission. Unless it gets some backup, some other names joining. Okay. It's going to have a hard time. All right. So it gave that break above all-time highs. This is more than enough of a push to extract profits, guys. So if you're bullish as it comes into all-time highs, it gave you, okay, it gave you $7, okay, and it gave you 30 minutes, okay. It gave you $7 and it gave you 30 minutes. If you're bullish, that's more than enough movement and more than enough time to take profits, all right. Now it's starting to push back the downside, and it looks like it wants to test these all-time highs. If that test succeeds, you get that bounce. If it doesn't succeed, you get back into the prior day's range, and 50% retrace will be the support. Okay, intraday. So Apple, pump and complete dump, and Apple did crack above 320, got all the way to 320. 323.44 for the first time in its history. Hopefully this further illustrates the mess on SPY, guys. Look at this. So today, small red break even. Okay, count that as a win. Okay, count that as a win. All right. No, 100%. You've been crushing Tesla. What a devil dog. That's like the third or fourth trade on Tesla today. Tremendous job. SPCX. Here we go. SPCX 130. Did get all the way to 137. SPCX, wake me up if it's at 75. All right. Same thing with SPCX. Okay, ran up during IPO. We actually had the SPCX debut on our stream. I just forgot which day. Which day it was. So this area here, okay, this is basically the IPO area. So IPOs around that 150 territory, pushes all the way to 225. Again, it runs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day run, close to 5 day run. Okay, let's do 5. Okay, let's say 4. Okay, let's say 3. 3 day run. So you just bought it shares, okay, and it gave you $76. Right? So technically you could have got away with it if you broke some IPO rules. But eventually, if it's a long term, you're going to have to wait. Because now the position is already underwater. Okay, SpaceX. Okay, Coleman was at 75. Okay, 75, sub 100 after earnings. And if you want, you can just say, hey, you know what? Let me listen to the earnings call. If it continues to dump, get back above IPO price. And you're basically paying the same price you are at IPO. All right? So you didn't miss much. The IPO price reclaim, you're going to play that after some earnings. Okay, not sure when they report earnings, but just like that, SpaceX vanishing. On Friday, we did have SK. We did have SKHY, SK Hynix. Okay, so SK Hynix is one of the biggest memory producers in the world. So this is directly correlated with chips, directly correlated with semiconductors, directly correlated with memory, directly correlated with AI. All right, so now look at SK. Gets that massive pump. Okay, look at that. Of course, IPOs goes to 174. Okay, now it's at 167. Same rules apply with SK Hynix. That'll do what it needs to do. Get below the IPO price. See earnings. Couple of earnings calls. See where it is. Okay. And it's a foreign company as well. All right. So when it comes to foreign companies, just keep. I think they're relatively. They don't have any issues. There's most of the Chinese companies that are a little sketchy. Okay. Who remembers Luckin Coffee a few years back? All right. They have some unique accounting practices, to say the least. Or even SMCI, smuggling chips. Okay. It's about that time, guys. It's about that time. We're going to look to wrap it up here on YouTube, guys. We'll hang out for some more with our private members. If you're interested in joining, make sure to do so. The link is pinned up top. If you have any questions, drop your questions in the chat. 5 trades so far. 5 trades today. All just scalps. Last trade item stopped out. There was some room to TP, but I was looking to see if I can catch a nice push to the downside in IW, and then eventually got stopped out. All right, so nothing too major today, just a bunch of scalps. Palantir starting to go here. Amazon starting to go. Keep a close eye on those two names. Potential bear flag on NVIDIA. So just a muted day, inside day so far, unless something changes on SPY. No trades on SPY for me today. Okay? Any questions on YouTube? Any questions? If not, guys, we're going to look to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you found value. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. Give me 1 second. Yep, like the video, subscribe. First time viewers, make sure you subscribe. Long time viewers, make sure you're subscribed as well. Less than 30% of the people who tune every single day are subscribed. Okay, so a lot of you tune in and you're not subscribed, so make sure to do so. On that note, guys, we'll look to wrap it up here. As always, if you're green, stay clean. If you're still in the trenches, there aren't too many opportunities. There's a lot of landmines. Okay, so do your due diligence, manage risk accordingly. I don't see any quality out there, so taking no trades, not stepping into the field might be the best trade today. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Stay safe and God bless each one of you.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete. Running after green candles like they could save my soul. But prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand, watch the tide roll in. Learning every earthly kingdom has an end. Some valleys look so deep, I couldn't see the light. Some storms got so strong, I couldn't win the fight. But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
Walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man.
their fear inside my chest,
So old.
questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
But Psalm 23.
kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Markets start to sway.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or in fame,
The good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost the
The
victory.
grave could not stay.
Whoever believes.
Whoever will come
Will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
all the difference there.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
so remember the in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will reign.
the Alpha and Omega,
Forever the same.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way,
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way,
Jesus is the answer.
the answer,
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me,
You are with me.
through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever. Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete,
Burning after green candles like they could save my soul.
like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand,
watch the tide roll in,
watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king,
kingdom has an end.
come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep.
walking on.
Not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because the shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain,
the cross still stands when
everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man,
there fear inside my chest,
so bold,
questions without answers,
answers,
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
but Psalm 23,
kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
life story I could never write.
turning broken chapters into testimony and light.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Markets start to sway,
through the highs and lows,
through the joy and pain,
the car still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or in fame,
the good news is simple.
that has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost its
The
victory.
grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will reign
the Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer,
The answer,
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me,
shadows around me,
you are with me. the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete. Burning after green candles like they could save my soul. But prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand, watch the tide roll in. Learning every earthly kingdom has an end. Some valleys look so deep, I couldn't see the light. Some storms got so strong, I couldn't wing the fight. But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
Walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man.
there fear inside my chest,
So bold.
questions without answers,
Texas.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
But Psalm 23.
kept reminding me to trust. So I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Market's about this way.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the car still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or anything,
The good news is
the
simple.
debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost its victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope isn't found and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall,
Christ remains Lord over all.
the market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control,
The Lamb who was slain.
the King who will reign
The Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley.
You are with me.
Shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free.
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Burning after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
But prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in.
Watch the tide roll in.
Learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong, my chest. So cold. Questions without answers. Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23
kept reminding me to trust. So I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies. I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place.
I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock.
I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's fought his way.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain,
The call still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's today and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or in fame,
the good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will reign
the Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows surround me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever. Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charge went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going street,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king
kingdom has an end.
come has a name.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
in the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
Keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the markets start to
Sway
sway. Through the highs and lows,
through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man
there's fear inside my chest,
so bold.
questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
But Psalm 23
kept reminding me to trust. So I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies. I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place.
I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock.
I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's fought his way.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's today and now, the King who
every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or in fame,
the good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will reign
the Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever. Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
Oh, I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going stream,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king
kingdom has an end.
come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got soul.
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
Keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain,
the cross still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man
lived fear inside my chest,
so bold.
questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
But Psalm 23.
kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Market's about this way.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain,
the call still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or in fame,
the good news is simple.
debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will
the
reign
Alpha and Omega.
forever
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne.
Ooh, yeah.
Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in.
Watch the tide roll in.
Learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy save my child.
keep walking on.
Not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man.
lived fear inside my chest.
So old.
Questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Market's fucked his way.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's today and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or anything,
The good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days